Friday morning. Good.
Recording is back on.
Okay, it showed up. Okay, 7:30. Welcome everyone to Valley Voices and Vices. Welcome, Jean. George, would you please lead us on the pledge?
Please rise or stay seated and place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and
to the republic
for which I'm sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
And now, please welcome our president, Jennifer Smith.
It was the flag, it threw me off, Maria.
Well, I carry this one here.
Which allegiance are you pledging to? Thank you, Madam Sergeant at Arms, fellow Toastmasters, welcome. We have our Division B Director, right? Division B Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Jean Dunford.
Counting down to the 30th.
What was that?
Counting down to the 30th.
Yeah. What is it? 26 days. And we also have past District Director Maria, Distinguished Toastmaster Maria Martinez-Rios. Also, we have past District Director D. George Lund, DTM as well. And we have Etta again, our standing guest. Welcome. Anybody else pop on? Nope. The mission of Valley Voices and Vices is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Are there any unfinished business? Just real quick, don't forget that we have our LTI, did I say that right? TLI on June 12th. Please, officers, you saw the link, you saw the email, you see the post. If you didn't, let me know, but please attend. I will not.
Register.
What was that?
Register.
Yeah, please register. And I will not be there on the 12th because I will be in Arizona. And then the makeup is the 26th and I won't be there. George, when do we have to have all of our peeps through the TLI?
Jean, do you know the date? Is it like the end of July or end of August?
I think it's the end of July. It used to be the end of July.
Okay.
I think it's still the end of July, but I'll check with my club growth director over here.
What? So is it?
There are other clubs in other districts that or other districts that we can attend as well. But I definitely, that's the plan.
Jennifer, if you can find out, or somebody can find out, maybe any other districts, because you said it's the 26th, the makeup.
Yeah.
Yucks. I can't be there the 12th, and the 26th is not really a good day for me at all. But
yeah, I will, and it's going to be in the evening on the 26th. So I will definitely, I will definitely find out as well, because I can't attend, and it sounds like Maria can't attend, but when we attend different districts, we can still get our credit for our club. But it's very important because it's an easy point, right, for our president.
Oh yeah, no, I know well. But
are they going to send out some kind of information about the makeup?
I will do that. Yeah. I'm going to post something this weekend about CLI again, and then also the makeup. So I will do that.
Okay.
Okay. And then Malik sent a report, I guess the area director report about our club. He loves our club. The only thing that he suggests is that, I think we talked about it, that we have a unique club proposition, something that's unique about us and why other members should join our club. So that's something that we should start thinking about. I know we say where your voice is always heard, but what makes us unique? Why would somebody want to join our club is the big question. So for our next officers meeting, which will be June 25th, and I hope I have Wi-Fi, that we should come up with something. So start thinking about what's our unique proposition? Why do we want members to join? So we can
are we supposed to come up with a word or several words, a paragraph? What are we supposed to come up with? A sentence?
Like a slogan or something?
That's why would be more of, I would say, it's not just a sentence, but maybe a couple of lines. Why would you join Valley Voices and Vices?
Okay.
Yeah.
And as many ideas as we can get, and then we can narrow it down from there.
Correct.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Jean. So that would be just something. So by the end of the, for our next officers meeting, that we should come up with, have some ideas.
Is that on the 25th?
Yeah. See, here comes June. Oh yeah, are you fireworking?
Well, be at camp. Not at another camp. I'm doing another camp this month.
Okay.
So I won't be here on,
You can email all your brilliant ideas to Jennifer.
Yes.
I will. So I won't be at the meetings on the 18th. 18th I'll be in and out, but on the 25th, definitely not. So.
Dang, where's our 7 members? We need our members.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys, it's summer vacation and camping and traveling and kids.
Yeah, see, like, I know I can
around
next Saturday, there's no way I can join.
Yeah. So, all right. Are there any other new business or any other reports? I would like to make one comment also about our open house. I will tell you that, it was a great open house. I can't wait to edit some of the videos. And we did everything that we possibly could to attract people over. We've asked, we sponsored ads, we emailed, we posted, we mailed. And we actually had over, I think it was 1,500 people that saw our ad. And I think there was 10 people that said that they were going to come. So you know what? We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink. And so we will just keep putting out the efforts. I went to a couple of open houses though during the past week, and each one had a guest, and they found them off the internet. So off the Meetup and off of Instagram. So you know what? We'll just keep putting our efforts out there and asking people, and we'll get our members, and just listening to other clubs. Everybody else is struggling as well. So it's not us going, oh my gosh, where's our members? Everybody else is getting them. No, you know what? Everybody's in the same boat, except for those Saturday clubs. The Saturday clubs are not in the same boat.
No, and I think you're right. I think as long as we keep doing what we're doing, eventually it will pay off.
Yeah. So we will be consistent on doing that. So, all right. Okie dokie. Well, on that note, let's introduce our Toastmaster today, D. George Lund.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about all of the falderall over the meeting this week. I know that we talked about it last week, but it goes so fast during that discussion that I was not able to write any of the names down other than I knew I was Toastmaster. So Lori has been under the weather all week, unfortunately. And so she just really got the schedule out yesterday. And even what we put together based on my email to all you guys to say, hey, we need some help putting this together. thank you all for responding. It really made a big difference to get the schedule together and get it out to you. So I didn't really have enough time to think of a theme. So today is whatever you want to tell us. And what I want to tell you today is that I have a new granddaughter who was born a week ago Wednesday. She weighed 8 pounds, 9 ounces. She's a really, really big baby. And her name is Leona Name. Leona is from is actually Josette's middle name, which she really doesn't like that much. And Leona on Shai's side, my son's wife, it's either her grandmother or her great grandmother on her mother's side. And Name is Sanskrit for from God. I don't know how that interpreted into this family, but that's what happened. Anyway, they're all doing fine. They came home on Friday. She's evidently a really good baby. And the boys are very taken with her. I've seen a couple of pictures of the older boy, Anderson, actually holding her in his lap. You know how kids are held in their lap when they look at their dad? And he's sitting there with her feet on his stomach and her head on his knees. Really cute. So they're really happy with their new baby sister. And hopefully, we will receive permission by the end of this week to be able to go down and visit all of them. Josette has been hoarding toys for months, and Target has seen some of our dollars as well with clothes. We actually have a birthday of Odin on Monday, and then Anderson's birthday is in August. So of course we will be taking all of that stuff down there. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is don't ever order 1-800 flowers for anyone. We ordered some flowers for Shai last Friday. They said they wouldn't be delivered until June 2nd, which I thought was a little unusual, although it was a holiday weekend. So they weren't delivered on the 2nd. And so yesterday, I called because they hadn't been delivered, and they said, oh, well, they were delayed in transit, yada, yada, yada. So we ordered this really pretty arrangement of white stargazers, because that's one of Shai's favorite flowers. So they sent a picture yesterday. They arrived yesterday. They're not what we ordered. They were like an arrangement of like orange and red flowers. That's not white. And they said they were pretty droopy. And come to find out, when I'm looking online and looking at the delivery, the flowers came from Reno, for God's sakes. And I'm thinking, what do you mean Reno? They're in Southern California. There's all kinds of flower shops. So when I talked to these people twice, they said, oh, well, they have different warehouses, yada, 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 whatever. So I called yesterday when we found out that the flowers arrived and they're droopy, and demanded my money back. And the guy wanted to give me a 50% refund and some kind of voucher, whatever. I said, no, I want a full refund. I haven't seen it yet, so I will follow up with them. But anyway, that's what I'm telling you today. So our word master grammarian today is Cynthia Dick. Cynthia, welcome.
Thank you, George. I will not order from 1-800 Flowers. We had a bad experience too at Christmas time. It was just horrible. Nasty people, nasty. So the word for today is Trammel. Trammel. I put it in the chat for you.
There's a baseball player with that name.
Trammel. I have a friend with that name too. To catch or to hold in, or as if a net, or to prevent or impede a free play of. And used in a sentence, the Patriot defense, which is on pace to break NFL records for most sacks and fewest points allowed, has trembled and trampled opposing offenses. So our word for today. I will look for the ums and ahs and special word phrases for you today. That's our word, tremble.
All right, thank you. Well, I guess you all have been trembled into this meeting today. Our minute master today, and also our timer, so we have to be careful.
Gotta
It's our president, Jennifer Smith.
Well, I had a friend who also had a bad experience with 1-800-Flowers as well. The bouquet did not look exactly like the picture, and they sent another bouquet, which was full of the flowers that were supposed to be in there. So I did, was it Send Flowers? I think it's what it's called. And they seemed to do a pretty good job. And it was on Mother's Day, and it was the right order, and they were pretty. So just to let you know, that was a plug for them. What was really funny is that Cynthia and I were talking last night, and when I said, what's the theme? Because I was driving home late last night, and she said, ask me or tell me anything. And I'm like, you can tell me anything, but I won't believe it. You know? So that's where it was, where my mind went to. And of course, you know that I'm always full of quotes. So I found some quotes about truth. Let's see. Live your truth and who you want to be. You can get started at any moment to decide and commit to living a more authentic life. May these quotes inspire you to live your truth. Find your truth and then live it. Live your truth, express your love, share your enthusiasm, take action towards your dreams, walk your talk, dance and sing to your music, embrace your blessings. Make today worth remembering. Ooh, I like that. I'll do one more. Some people are living the illusion of others instead of living the truth of themselves. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Our topic master today is, again, Cynthia Dick. Please help me welcome Cynthia.
Yay. So since it's a catch-all, we're all going to be a walking dictionary.
Ooh.
And we're going to figure out which one is the closest or who can tell the best definition of a word. So, okay. So I found this word, and I'm probably pretty sure George probably would know what this word means because he's a walking dictionary himself. So here's the word logamachi.
Why don't you spell it in the chat real quick?
Let me do this.
Yes.
Logomachy. Logomachy. Okay. So I'm gonna pick 4 people who could give me the best definition, and I will reveal it at the end, and we will vote that way by time. You still get the 30, 60, 90 seconds, Jennifer, of it, and we'll give the best definition. Okay, are you guys ready? Friends, no. You're speaking. Here we go. Jennifer.
Wait. That timer.
And don't look it up.
No, I'm trying to get the timer ready. I'm trying to get my backgrounds and my timer.
I got you.
Okay.
Hold
so
on.
I'm supposed to tell you what logomachy is?
Logomachy.
Madam, yep, topics master, fellow Toastmasters. Logomachy. I would think that logomachy is one that is marketing themselves. It's something to do with sponsoring and marketing because you have that word logo in it. And maybe when you're talking maki, maybe it's off of a machine. So maybe it's marketing a machine. So you are a logomachy maker is what I'm thinking that it is. And then when somebody says, do you have my logomachy? You say, yes, here it is. And it's a machine with a logo that makes a logo. Maybe that's what it is. Madam Topics Master.
Wow. That was good. Etta. Logamaki.
I was under the impression we were going to have different words. I'm sorry.
No, Logamaki, same word.
Logamaki. No.
No, okay, no problem. George.
Oh, Madam Topic Master, Logamaki. This has to do with the building of Legos, because it has something to do with all of those logos that are made out of Legos. And so it becomes something that is derived from Legoland. And if you actually visit Legoland, you will see them doing Logamaki all over the Lego playgrounds, because they want to make sure that people understand the importance and the enthusiasm that Legoland provides to all their visitors. So that's why they enforce and look at Logamaki. Madam Topic Master.
Maria.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Of course, Logamaki. There is a place up in northern Utah called Logan. In fact, that's where I'm headed in a few days. And near Logan, there are some lakes. One of those lakes has a point that is a key, is considered a key, because they don't have an ocean, so they have to kind of make things up. But it's considered a key that is somewhat difficult to get to. And people that do make it there love to water ski into the key, because if you do make it there, it's very beautiful. It is so hard to get there that those who make it are considered masters of the key. And when they were creating all this and thinking of this, they were going to have a competition. Whoever did the best at skiing there and looking the best while they were on their skis became known as the Logamaki, meaning masters of the key near Logan. Now, I'm not going to try to do that, but I am going to see if I can, if I have time, I might make it to at least see the key from the outside. I don't have water skis, but if I do, maybe I can elaborate on my story and tell you more about it. But that's how the word was created. And maybe someday I could become one of them. Madam Topic Master.
Thank you, Maria. Our last one is Mr. Gene Dunford. Logamaki.
Of course, Logamaki. I was fortunate enough to cruise out of South Florida, there down near Key West. It's a little town called Logamaki. It is a beautiful place. The ship docks right there. The nice thing about that cruise is it just stays there in port. So you have all of the bars and the restaurants right there in Logamaki to go and enjoy without having to get seasick. Because I hate getting seasick on those cruises. So you go to Logamaki and you just get on the ship, you stay there. It's like the best hotel you could ever be on. But all the bars and everything cater to the people from the ship. So everyone needs to go to Logamaki just to celebrate and have fun on a cruise without getting out in the ocean. Logamaki, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Excuse me, could I try again or not?
Okay, Edna, go ahead and try.
Logamaki. The act of keeping a log, a journal, or in the internet web-friendly world, a blog or a vlog. Logamaki. You keep a journal of about anything you want. Tell us anything day. Even our trip to Logamaki. It could be about anything. It could be about pets, it could be about sports, it could be about our vacations. Logamaki, keeping a record, a log, a vlog, a blog, a journal. Logamaki.
Logamaki. Thank you, Edna. So, you guys cast your votes to Jennifer.
Well, let's get a timer's report first.
Oh, timer's report. I keep forgetting that part. Timer's report.
Timer's report. Okay. I did doze off once. Don't wait. What am I supposed to be doing? I spoke of logo making machines for 1 minute and 1 second. George spoke of Legos and marketing logos for 47 seconds. Maria, the way I got it, was talking about a ski slope by a lake for 1 minute and 27 seconds. Jean spoke about enjoying a cruise. That's what, a place, for 40 seconds. Etta spoke about keeping a log, blog, or any kind of record journal for 52 seconds. Send your, everybody qualify, right? And send your best table topics to me.
So, here's the meaning of the word logamaki. It is a noun. Logos means word. It means a dispute over about words.
Say it again. It's a dispute over words?
Over words.
Over words. Okay.
A dispute over words.
All right.
So cast your vote to.
So that's a word that we can use today. That somebody is saying a word wrong, and there will be a logamaki over that word.
So Etta was probably the closest of all the definitions.
Yeah. I was close.
Yeah, he was the close.
I said word. I said
Thank you,
good
Cynthia.
job, Cynthia. That was clever.
Cool. Francisca, do you need a minute to try to set up, or are you ready to go? Maria is her evaluator today. Maria, can we have her objectives today?
Yes, Francisca is speaking from the leadership development path. The project is researching and presenting. Her time is 5 to 7 minutes. The title of her speech is Allegiant Stadium. Her objectives are to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech topic. Her title is again, Allegiant Stadium.
Please help me welcome Francisca Suarez, Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium, Francisca Suarez.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Love it or despise it, the stadium is here to stay. Completed in 2020, the stadium is a jewel in the desert. As the date nears for its doors to open to the public, I wanted to learn more about this huge structure in the middle of town that I have been driving by twice every day on my way to and from work for the last 3 years. I have gathered some information that seem insightful and worth sharing. I want to focus on the outside of the building, the inside of the building, and what the building means to me and my family. From the outside, here's some data. The stadium sits on 62 acres. It was built with 28,000 tons of structural steel. It's heavier than the Statue of Liberty, the real one, not the one on the strip. The concrete drill shafts that support the stadium is 12 miles long. That's 3 times the length of the Vegas Strip if you have ever walked it. It is quite lengthy. There's 2,200 parking spots available. Doesn't seem like enough, but we will see. It is home of the Las Vegas Raiders, and it is also home to UNLV Rebel football. My son is so bummed because he played for UNLV like eons ago, and he wished that he would be playing at the Allegiant Stadium these days. He missed it by like 5 or 6 years. Allegiant, the airline, has a 30-year naming agreement for the stadium. It's not confirmed, but sources estimate that they're paying between $20 to $25 million to have their name on the side of the building. There's 425 trees planted at the property. Construction began in 2017 and completed in 2020. Although we want to kind of eliminate 2020 because of COVID, I'm sure the Raider organization don't want us to forget 2020. It's been nicknamed many things, but the name that has stuck is Death Star, a nickname that Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, has given to his new stadium. There's a 275-foot media mesh video screen facing Interstate 15. For the last 3 years, I've been driving by it and waiting for something meaningful to pop up. Nothing has, except for probably errors on the screen, and they keep taking it down and putting it back up. So I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like. I drive by MGM and those little stadium screens facing Las Vegas Boulevard blinds me, so I can just imagine what this will do. I probably will have to take a different route to and from work now. It's reported that the total building of that stadium was $2 billion. Didn't even want to look to see how much the NFL makes, but I'm sure it's pretty much covered, or even what the Raiders make in 1 year. From the inside, it is a fully enclosed and climate controlled venue with capacity for 65,000 fans. That's why the 2,200 parking spots doesn't seem like a lot. There's 44 escalators. There's 2,200 TVs throughout the stadium. Here at home, it's just me and my son who comes and goes, and we've got 4 TVs, which we hardly watch. This place has 2,200. It's a cashless venue. It's only debit or credit, but I think we'll survive. Most people don't carry cash, I think. The Al Davis Memorial Torch is inside the building. It's 92 feet long, and it's the largest 3D printed object in the world. All I have to say is only in Las Vegas. The touchdown video board is 75,000 square feet of viewing area. Don't even want to know what that measures from one end to the other, but that's a lot of square footage. The sliding field tray that holds the real Bermuda turf weighs 19 million pounds, which is almost as heavy as the Eiffel Tower. And again, the real one in Paris, not the one on the Strip. The tray is powered by 72 motors that bring it in and out of the stadium. UNLV prefers to play on artificial turf, and the Raiders like to play on Bermuda grass. So there you go. Somebody found a solution to appease both teams. Workers have to remove the pylon at the end of the field, and it takes 90 minutes for that grass tray, which is 4 feet high, to come into the field and out of the field. Obviously, they can't do it at the last minute. They need a lot of planning to make sure that they're ready for game time. There's 4 lanai doors at the north end that takes 10 minutes to open. The doors are 80 by 200 feet, and it has a beautiful view of the Las Vegas skyline. There's 2,200 doors. My house has 12. just for reference. One of the final tests to be ready for opening was Super Flush Day, a coordinated effort where every sink, toilet, and urinal was turned on at the same time to ensure there would be no water issues with a full stadium. The stadium is generating 6,000 permanent jobs and estimated to add $620 million towards the economy. The stadium will host football games, obviously, college games, concerts, and other events that may include the NFL draft, WrestleMania, NCAA Final Four, rugby tournaments, soccer matches, corporate events, and one day Super Bowl. I think we've covered everything except for maybe hockey, since there's another one right down the street. The building is meaningful to our family. You see, my son really worked hard to be a PSL owner, which also means a personal seat license owner. That just means he is paying a lot of money to be able to pay more money for season tickets to games and concerts and other events. He considers these seats real estate, and he hopes to be able to create some passive income from the reselling of event tickets. He bought a brick too, and had it engraved with the phrase, "This is where it all started." Love it or hate it, the stadium is here to stay. As they say, build it and they will come. Well, I think that they are coming in full force after a year of pent-up energy as a result of this pandemic. We can't wait for opening day. Tomorrow night, we get to tour our seats in section 335, row 1, seats 7 through 10. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Francesca. Wow, very interesting. Very, very interesting. My only question is, why did they build it there? They could have built it down by the M and had plenty of area for parking, etc. And that would have increased the area down there. Who will want to go on the strip on Sundays? That's for sure. Not
Nobody.
me. Nobody. Thank you for a great speech. Can we have a timers report, Jennifer?
Francisca spoke for 8 minutes and 9 seconds. It was very informative.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our general evaluator today is Peggy Prince. Please help me welcome Peggy.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Our meeting today, well, I was getting a little nervous this week. I'm going to have surgery this afternoon. And I thought, oh, we got to get this Toastmaster thing together. And maybe I'm Toastmaster. I didn't have the schedule either. So I was going to jump in right before I got that email from George. But, and then I volunteered, oh, I'll be your topics master. And of course, it was a job that was already filled. But I'm happy to be here today as your general evaluator. And life goes on. And that's one of the better things that we learn from Toastmasters is how to be prepared on short notice. I think life is one big table topics event. You got to come up with something fast and make it sound good, even if it's wrong. So there we go. As far as our meeting today, it started on time. I thought the business portion of the meeting went very smooth. I think we needed little reminders about TLI, Toastmasters Leaders Institute, on the 12th, and a makeup again on the 29th. And there are points to be scored, and they're easy ones to get. So as long as everybody makes it through training and bring a friend, whatever, that's how we got Jennifer involved, was TLI. Then also, is it the 26th? Oh, it's a boo-boo. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. I think we all ought to think a little bit about why you joined Toastmasters and what it is that you get out of this club. And if you can put it in I like it because of the time slot. It's clear, clean, concise. There you go. And it's a great way to jumpstart your week, your Friday. Let's see if we can get 7 members by then. So once again, our Minute Master spoke things about live your truth. I jotted some of those down. Make today worth living. I thought was great. And then topics. I got a big kick out of that one. You didn't pick on me, but I was all ready to go. I have lots of things with the word like that we could cook up. What could it mean? I was going to go with the logo, and I was going to step on copyright infringements and a dispute over use of the logo that had well, even Allegiant, when you think about it. First time I ever heard of Allegiant was the airline. Oh, really? We can fly direct from here to Missoula, Montana. They made a good profit from serving the underserved. It used to cost $500 to fly there, and you'd have to take 2 flights and stay in a hotel room and everything else. It was like some kind of a miracle when they finally had a flight that was direct. So anyway, that's how Allegiant has a positive image in my mind, and I'm pleased to see the name on the stadium. Evaluating Francisca's speech today, which I loved with all those, I took notes, there were so many facts in there, is Maria Martinez-Riac. Please welcome to the lectern, Maria, to evaluate Francisca's speech.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and Francisca. Francisca, this was a really, really good speech. I so much enjoy listening and learning to all of the information that you had to provide to us. The speech was about researching, and it was, to me, obvious that you had done a lot of research about the Allegiant Stadium. We live in Las Vegas. We know, we hear that it costs a lot of money. We know where it's at. Most of us like the looks of it, but you really were into the details and enlightening us about so much of what really had to go into it. You talked about what is the outside of the building and things. I can't even think about all the tons of steel that is required to do that, and how big it is. You talked about the inside of the building. All along the way, I thought you were very descriptive and very vivid images that you gave us. And it wasn't just facts, but it was just how you presented those facts that I think made it really nice and interesting to listen to. I think one of the things that made it even better was not only the facts and figures, which were mind-boggling to begin with, but it was a very personal speech also, in the sense that you talked about how you have been driving by it twice a day for all these years. So it wasn't just something that's sitting out there for you. And then at the end, you talked about that, hey, your own son bought licenses and the money, and that you're going to be touring the stadium. So that gives it a very personal touch. And I think that makes the speech always better. You were extremely organized. I like very much your opening. And when you said about giving things that seem insightful and you want to share, and spoke with a lot of clarity. I thought your words were clear. You had good eye contact. You had good gestures when you talked about, I think there was a time when you were talking about, and your hands were very visible, which is good, particularly because we're on the screens. You made comparisons for a reality check. For example, there were 2,200 doors. Your house has 12. Well, we can kind of relate to that. Makes it easier to, more interesting to watch. I thought you were really, really good at this. The one suggestion I would give on the research topic, clearly because you had your personal experience, that's part of your knowledge, I'm sure, when you were looking into it. But there was no information about the sources that you use to find the information. So if I wanted to verify it or get more into some of what you did, it would be good to know that. Other than that, congratulations, because this was really, in my mind, an excellent speech, and I very much enjoyed listening to it. Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. As part of the evaluation team, I love it because it's our quality control, and I compare Toastmasters to things at work and think, man, they really need Toastmasters. Anyway, you learn how to give and take constructive criticism. And part of the evaluation team is, of course, our word master grammarian. Can I get a word master's report today?
Sure, Madam GE. So our word for today was trembled, and George used that right off the bat. So no one else used the word, but you guys did use Logamaki a lot. So credits to you guys for using Logamaki. Some good phrases: love your truth, authentic, find your truth of themselves, building Legos, which I would love that. George, I would have gone with that one because of Legos, because since I'm a Lego fan, I love Legos. Jewel in the Desert by Francisca. Naming agreement, Death Star. I love Star Wars, so I had to put that down. Personal seat license. I have never heard that before. Personal seat license owner. PSL, right?
PSA. PSA.
PSA?
I think it's a PSA, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know.
L. Personal seat
PSL.
license owner.
Personal seat license owner. That was a very good phrase. This is where it all started. Pent up energy, life goes on, and descriptives. That's my word for today, or word journal for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Also, a nod to our timer, who is also doing double duty as our, I'm looking up here for everything on the agenda. Jennifer was also our minute master as well. So did we get a timers report on everybody, including Maria's evaluation?
Maria spoke for 3 minutes and 15 seconds, so she qualified.
Okay, so if we had more speakers and more evaluators, we would have a longer meeting, of course. And it's always good, I think, as I get older, I find your time on this planet gets shorter and shorter, and being precise and timely, even though you might have all the time in the world, if you're retired, it's more and more important, especially if you're in a broadcast arena or anything else. If you're going to make everything fit, it's important to have an internal timer going off. Otherwise, you can just waste away with your time and your life. So try to be precise on everything. Thank you for our timer today. I'm trying to think of what else I need to do here. We're going to have somebody announce our winners here, and I kind of gave a rundown of the whole meeting. But once again, I don't usually comment as a general evaluator on the speakers today, but I liked all of your facts that you had. I took several of them down, and I can't imagine that kind of money for the Allegiant name on that stadium. They must be making killer money, even with the pandemic, to afford that. You'd think they'd spend some more money on plane maintenance. I've heard some nasty stories, but I still love that airline. Anyway, with that, we could have made Allegiant our topic word of the day, but it's hard to ignore. It's probably the biggest thing to hit Las Vegas. And I liked your Royal Flush story as part of the speech. Where in the desert would they ever come up with enough water to flush all the toilets at the same time? So it's kind of a winner right there. With that, I will return control of the meeting back to our Toastmaster. Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Good job today. Good job. Jennifer, do we have a topics winner?
It is Jean Dunford.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Jean. Congratulations. Well, I think we pulled it off, you guys. So congratulations to everybody, and thank you for being so responsive to my email yesterday and getting back to me so we could put an agenda together, and I'll return control to the meeting to Jennifer Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Let's see, where are we? Sorry, I need my... Hi, Jean. Do you have any comments today? It's so nice. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for the invite. I love this meeting. It's promoted me into leadership here in District 115, and all of the people here are definitely my friends. So it's a joy to be here. I like the way you guys did table topics with the word. I'm going to try that next time I'm table topics master. If you really want to get up early, join us at Early Risers, 6 a.m. on Wednesday. We're shorthanded. One thing we do when we have just one speaker is we put all the DTM names in a hat, and we pull one to be the speaker who's going to do an impromptu speech, and the other name we pull will be that evaluator. So we have to fill the roles. Sometimes we only have 6 members at early risers. People say it's too early.
Oh God, George. George, I don't know that we want to put that in place in our
No,
you
it
and I are gonna
was
get
fun.
stuck.
Well, we could put all the members, but it was fun because Jean Williams actually was the speaker, the surprise speaker, and she did a really good job. And I evaluated her.
It's fun. It's a fun meeting, just like this one.
Thank you, Jean. And then, as our returning guest, do you have any comments today?
Oh, it was fun as always. I like coming here.
Good. Thanks for coming back with the word logomachy.
Logomachy.
So I actually
Not even gonna try it.
I actually came pretty. I should use that as the word of the day in one of my clubs.
You should. That would be fun.
I am grammarian, wag, and the like.
How many clubs are you in, Etta?
I'm a member of 3.
Okay.
Simi Valley in California, and Authors and Aspiring Authors in Vegas Stars.
Do you think it's easier to have multiple clubs?
An author use of words is preeminent. Or I'm not published. I'm not published. I'm just a member of Authors and Aspiring Authors. I write a lot. I haven't published anything yet.
Yet. That's good.
All right. Any announcements and or brag bucks?
Not for pay.
George.
Just a suggestion is that you have a protocol, and I'm just giving you some feedback, Jennifer. You did good job today on timing. But you have a protocol sheet, and on that protocol sheet is the order of announcing the dignitaries. And Maria, and then me as past district directors.
Yes.
And then the current people, which would be Jean and whoever else is here. So
I have it.
That is the proper protocol in announcing the dignitaries. So that's just for your information. And for Cynthia's, as the incoming educational vice president, you may have to step in as presiding officer. So I will
Jennifer,
share.
To add
that might
to what
be
George,
a good education.
What George just said, because it's important when you do introduce people, and example, George and me, when we are distinguished Toastmasters, just say the words distinguished Toastmasters, past district director, not just DTM or PDD.
Okay.
You have to really, it's much better, and it's expected that you say what it is.
I will edit this so that it actually says it.
So, I mean, it's very hard on the paper to write distinguished Toastmaster means a long stuff, but when you introduce, use the actual words, not the abbreviations.
Correct. I will edit that and make sure that Lori and Cynthia have it, just in case it sounds like Lori may not be here next week. So
she's on the schedule for speaker next week.
She is. Okay. Well, I know that there's health issues.
I have the preliminary schedule, although she told me that it wasn't finalized, but
yeah, because there's some spots that are missing.
At this point,
be here next week.
Peggy is Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Francisca is Minute Master. Cynthia is Topics again. Lori is Speaker 1. I'm General Evaluator. And Francisca is Evaluator 1.
So I will look at the agenda for my conference, and I may be able to pop in. So I'll look that, and I'll let Peggy know.
Okay.
To fill in any spots. So
yeah, I asked to be Toastmaster on that date, so I will be ready.
Yay.
And I will go ahead and add the agenda to the website, so it's out there, so you can print the agenda from the website.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Cool. All right. And then, so we need a word, master grammarian, and a timer. So, and I may be able to do that real quick. I'm not sure. Yes, George.
I just wanted to make a comment on Francesca's speech. Maria talked a little bit about it, but I really like the fact that you talked about the stadium in terms of what they have and then what reality is in terms of, you know, you talked about the number of seats and then the parking. You talked about the Eiffel Tower, but not the one here. You talked about the Statue of Liberty, but not the one here. So I thought that was a really nice comparison and produced some images of what you were talking about. So I really like that, and great information. I had no idea about some of that stuff. I've heard some of it, but not all of it.
Can I ask a question, Francisca? Did you memorize it or did you read it? Because I couldn't tell if you were reading.
I was reading it, but I did something different today. I usually print it and I try to put it right underneath my camera so I don't see you and expressions.
Yeah.
And I've been evolving that differently. So now I'm using Word, but there's a format that I just clicked on it yesterday and it creates just a little box so I can cover up right underneath the camera and read from there. And it's almost like if I am reading to the camera.
I noticed that.
Helpful.
I noticed that, Francisca. I thought you were reading, like, but kind of when people use teleprompters or whatever they're called, but
yeah.
That you really didn't lose the connection. I still felt that you had the connection with the audience, but had a tool you were using to make it look pretty smooth. So
that's what I thought as well. I couldn't tell. I'm like, she memorized all of that? So you did a really good job. So
it's a view setting within Word, and then I just inserted it in one of the squares right underneath the camera.
Where's the setting now?
One of the squares underneath the camera.
I open up another window for Word, and then you just go to one of the top options and select view, and it's one of them. I can go find out again. I kind of hit it on it by accident yesterday.
Yeah, let me, unless it's, oh no, I don't know, unless it's immerse. Yeah, let us know what you did. Send a little video or something.
It's under view.
Yeah.
Word. It's like a teleprompter.
Is it focus or immerse?
It's not,
reader.
I saw focus. I'll put something together and email it out because I need to find out how I hit it for next time too.
Yeah, definitely, because I just thought that you did a really, really good job with that. Because I usually do put the paper in front, but obviously you guys can tell that I'm reading because I always get that. So all right, does anybody have anything to brag about? Thanks, George, for your comments. I understand because I just read off of it and then I get all excited that everybody's here, so.
It may not be a brag box, but since we were talking about just anything and we started out with flowers, I just want to share, I'm very thrifty. So when I go on my walks, I take a little cutter and I pick flowers on my walk, not from people's homes or yards, but from the common areas in my neighborhood. And I come back and I create my little bouquet. So that's my flowers.com is myself.
Stop and smell the roses.
Reporter.
That's great.
Metro.
Edda?
Mine is a minor thing, but when I visited a Toastmasters club in Canada, Heart of the Harbor, and I won best table topics there.
Wow! All right.
Brad. God. Well, it was pretty close here today, so we really like that. Your 2 cents on that. All right. Well, it is 8:28. If we don't have,
I thought Jean had the best, the best story.
Yeah,
I guess I got closest with the actual word itself, the actual definition itself.
Yeah.
I've been practicing lying. I have to admit
it. So, Maria, did you have something?
No.
All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend. Have a great week, and maybe I'll see you guys next week.